Did you know the Appalachian Mountains are 480 million years old? They were here already before any animal ever stepped foot on dry land. Or that a luxury resort in the Appalachians hides a bunker over 112,000 square feet big, built to shelter every member of Congress in case of a nuclear war. So, here are 19 geography facts about the Appalachians that will completely change how you see the region. Number 19. In certain Appalachian counties, the average life expectancy is below 67 years. This number places those communities below Sudan, Bangladesh, and parts of sub-Saharan Africa. And these are counties inside the wealthiest nation in human history. Fact number 18. In 2017, West Virginia recorded 57 overdose deaths per 100,000 people. No other U.S. state came anywhere close to that number. Fact number 17. The Appalachian region spans 13 states and covers roughly 25,000 square miles. Over 25 million people live within its boundaries today. Most Americans cannot name more than 2 of those states without pausing. Fact number 16. The Appalachian Mountains formed roughly 480 million years ago. The Himalayas are only 50 million years old. The Alps are even younger. These ridges were already eroding before the first creature ever walked on land. Fact number 15. The Great Smoky Mountains National Park alone contains more tree species than all of northern Europe. Over 100 native tree species grow within this single park. Botanists still discover new plant species there every decade. Fact number 13. In some isolated Appalachian hollows, communities had no paved road access until the 1970s. Entire generations lived within a 10-mile radius their whole lives. Doctors in those communities were not paid in money, but in chickens, firewood, and labor. The isolation those communities endured produced something stranger than poverty. There is a valley in these mountains where the U.S. government buried an emergency secret that went unnoticed by the American public for over 30 years. Fact number 12. Mammoth Cave in Kentucky is the longest known cave system on Earth. It contains over 400 miles of mapped passages underground. Scientists believe hundreds of additional miles remain completely unexplored. Fact number 11. The Appalachian region borders one of the most dangerous earthquake zones in the eastern United States. The New Madrid seismic zone runs along its western edge. A major event there could affect 15 states at the same time. Fact number 10. The Cherokee called these mountains home for at least 1,000 years before European contact. They had a written language, a democratic government, and a formal constitution. The U.S. government forcibly removed 16,000 of them during the freezing winter of 1838. Fact number 9. The Greenbrier Resort in White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia, hid a fully operational congressional bunker inside its walls. It was built in 1958 and kept secret from the public for 35 consecutive years. The facility could house all 535 members of Congress in the event of a nuclear war. Fact number 8. The bunker contained decontamination chambers, a fully equipped broadcast studio, and 60 days of food supplies. A Washington Post journalist exposed it in 1992. The government shut down the facility just weeks after the article was published. Fact number 7. Very few people know that Oak Ridge, Tennessee sits right on the edge of Appalachian territory. During World War II, the U.S. government secretly built an entire city there from scratch. That city did not appear on any public map until 1949. Fact number 6. Oak Ridge housed over 75,000 workers at its peak. Most of those workers had no idea what they were actually building. They were producing enriched uranium for the atomic bomb that destroyed Hiroshima. That secret city in the mountains produced the weapon that ended the deadliest war in human history. But the final fact in this video involves something these mountains are doing right now, something with no parallel anywhere else on Earth. Fact number 5. The Appalachian Mountains are technically still rising. Tectonic pressure pushes them upward by a fraction of a millimeter each year. However, erosion wears them down faster than they grow, which is why they look rounded rather than jagged. Fact number 4. The Buffalo Creek flood of 1972 killed 125 people in under 4 minutes. A coal company's waste dam failed without warning. The company called it an act of God, but internal documents later proved their engineers had already flagged the dam as unsafe. Fact number 3. Mountaintop removal mining has permanently destroyed over 500 mountain peaks across Appalachia. Entire summits have been blasted away and the debris dumped into nearby valleys. Over 2,000 miles of streams now lie buried under mining waste. Fact number 2. Appalachian communities post some of the highest local voter turnout rates in the country. County elections in rural Kentucky and West Virginia regularly pass 80% participation, yet federal investment per person in the same region remains among the lowest in the nation. Fact number 1. There is a species of salamander living in the southern Appalachians that breathes entirely through its skin. It has no lungs and has never developed them in its entire evolutionary history. It has survived this way for 50 million years, long before these mountains reached their current form. Scientists officially catalog several of its closest cousin species only within the last decade. Entire branches of life have existed inside these mountains, invisible to science, breathing without lungs, for longer than most things humans call ancient have existed at all.